Hi, everybody. It's me, Mark, with Mark's Issues with Archie Comics. Well, it's Tuesday, and usually on a Tuesday, I will do a Tuesday book review. But I had a request this week for a review, so I'm going to wait until I get some variant covers coming in that I ordered. They just haven't gotten here yet for the book. And then I will do it. Hopefully, it'll be here by next week. But instead, I'm going to do what my comic book haul was for last week. These are all new books, just to let you know. And on Thursday, I'm still going to do the Golden Age books. So let's get started. And to start us off, I have a Betty and Veronica. This is the Archie and Friends Space Adventure. And this cover was done by Cassandra Dunn. And it's the Virgin variant cover that she did. I think it looks really cool. It's got the cool, the bubble helmets, which is always fun. And it's got a little alien down there on the bottom who's in love with the girls. The next one I have, this is the facsimile that came out. This is the Betty and Me #1 facsimile. I do have the #1 non-facsimile, but I picked this one up because it's nicer to read a newer book than it is to dig out the older book. And I also got the variant cover for that one, The Endless Summer in Search of the Perfect Date. This is a Dan DeCarlo cover, just a variant of the one I just showed you. This is also the facsimile. The next one I got is my first Image comic I've ever bought. This is called Tigress Island. I thought the art inside looked really cool. Well, the cover art looks really cool too. Let me pull it out of there, show you some of the inside. It's very different. Although all the people, who is the artist? The artist on this is Arts, Colors, and Design by EPHK? EPHK. I don't even know how to pronounce that. But if you look even at the cover, you see all the girls? It's really, really neat art, but they all remind me of Little Orphan Annie because no one has pupils. I thought, well, maybe that's just the cover. And I'm looking on the inside, and like nobody has pupils through the whole book. Then this one guy, I thought maybe he had pupils, but he was wearing glasses, so you can't even see his eyeballs. But it was really, really interesting art. The story was, it wasn't bad. It was, it's laying groundwork, I think, for issue 2 and issue 3. But they're a bunch of girls, and they end up being human trafficked. Is that a word? It's a word now. And they end up going to some island, and we'll just have to see where it goes. It's very interesting. Let's see. The next one I got. Excuse me for the cough. I got Tim Seeley's Super Thick Lucky Tales #1. I'm going to be honest, this was kind of a cover buy. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of Tom Seeley either. And I was very iffy about it because, as you can see, it's an $8 comic book. And, for $8, I can get a digest with, 100 and some pages in it. And this, well, it seems thick. It's not really that thick. But to be honest, I have no idea what's going on in the story. I read the whole book. Not a clue what's going on. She's apparently was a superhero, and she worked with other superheroes that were in a group, and the group's not together. I don't know. I do not think I will be getting #2. Another Archie book I got was Archie X, The Army of Darkness, number 2. Fun book. They had, sorry about the noise. At my local comic shop, they had, I think, 4 different covers. I thought this was the funnest of the covers. Interesting. It's got Bill Galvin is the artist. He's a classic Archie artist, and it's interesting because the Archie looks very Archie-ish, and the Ash parts don't look very Archie-ish at all. And then when you combine them together, oh, here's Dalton. Dalton's about to get killed, but Ash saves him with the shotgun, I guess. Now, mind you, I did see the movies, but when I saw the movies, I think they were new, so that was back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I think I only saw the very first one, where they were in the woods and the cabin and the monster trees and everything. I'm not a horror movie kind of guy. It's a fun little story, though. So far, so good. I think the only one that's actually been killed was Moose in number 1. I'll have to take another look. Another one I got, another childhood classic, fun one. Thundarr the Barbarian, number 2. This takes our heroes, Thundarr, Ookla, and Ariel. They go after all the wizards have teamed up together. I mean, it was hard for them to beat, a single wizard at a time, but all the wizards have teamed up together. And they're trying to stop them, and they make this time machine type thing. So our 3 heroes come back to, 1984, 1994? I don't remember. But at the moment when the cartoon starts, when the runaway planet goes between the Earth and the Moon. And we'll have to see what happens from there, because that's going to be number 3. And then I got The House of Lothar, Volume 1. I believe these were her Kickstarter books. And it is by K. Lynn Smith. Not Kaylin. K. Lynn Smith. And they came autographed. And in my previous video, I had showed the actual comic, but these are actually thick books, and they're hardcover, and they've got like this gold foil on them. Very nice book. And let's see if it has a page count. The pages aren't numbered, but it has like the pictures of all the, I'm not going to call them residents, that's a good one. And this is volume 1, but it has like the number 1 comic book in it, up to where that ended, and then, as you can see, there's lots and lots of reading to do on that one. So not only did I get Volume 1, I got The House of Lothar Volume 2. So apparently this is ahead of what is coming out in the comic book form. And number 2 is also autographed. And it's hardcover with like a leathery type cover with the gold foil. Very fancy. I'm looking forward to reading these very much. I just have to find time to sit down and be able to read them without being interrupted. I'm at that lucky age now where I get about 75 phone calls a day asking if I have Medicaid or Medicare, which I don't. Or if my car insurance expired, and I don't even own a car. I have a scooter, and in Florida, if you have a motorcycle, you don't need insurance. So that's my haul for this week. Thursday, I'm still going to do the Golden Age stuff. And that's going to be exciting. And then hopefully next week I'll have those 2 variant cover books I'm waiting for to come in, and I'll do the book review on Tuesday. So if you made it this far, please like, please subscribe, please share, and if you have any questions or comments, again, leave them in the comments. I'll always answer. I will see you next Thursday. Have a good day. Bye-bye.